Read this! There were 739,415 bikers at Sturgis in 2015. Each biker was handed a patch for their leather jacket. Because bikers like patches on their leather jackets. Okay. 739,415 bikers at Sturgis in 2015. Each biker was handed a patch for their jacket. The Sturgis Motorcycle Rally happens every year, and they use the numbers from the previous year to figure out the supplies that they need for next year. They figure out, well, that's too many t-shirts, that's too many patches. Well, we ran out of these before. Sturgis is not the only festival, the only group, the only place, the only tourist attraction, the only not tourist attraction that uses this method. The White House does, as you'll learn in your template. The Dignity statue up on top does. The state of South Dakota does. A company called Gold Pages does when they hand out travel brochures, activity books in South Dakota rest areas and gas stations. So this is the most common usage of estimation. And that is 739,415 bikers in 2015. Using this information, we want to figure out how many patches should they order to do the same thing, to hand to bikers at the 2016 rally. So just use your common sense. Would you want to order more patches than you did in 2015 or less patches than you would in 2015? So if you have a steady number, if your number keeps going up, up, and up, you don't want to order less. You would like to order more. So that's where rounding up comes in handy. If you have 739,400, whoa, I missed a comma. 739,415 bikers in 2015. You should order more patches the next year. But should we order 800,000 patches? Or does that seem a little ridiculous? To me, that seems a little ridiculous because that's over 70,000 more. So what we should do is we should round maybe to the nearest 10,000. And to do that, yesterday's lesson. And if you don't really remember this, go ahead and watch yesterday's video again. It's called rounding. We're going to look at the star of our show right there, the 10,000ths place. To determine what happens with them, we're going to look at the place value immediately to the right. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. So this one's 5 or more. So this one's saying, I'm going to soar. So the place values on the left, this one, that's going to stay the same. That doesn't change. This one, we decided he's going to soar. It's going to go up to a 4. And now all of the lesser place values become a, that's right, become a 0. Don't forget your comma. So, for the 2016 rally, they should be prepared to hand out 740,000 patches. Now let's think about if I'm going to get a gift for every fourth grader, but I'm in Walmart and I don't have my phone with me. But I see all these awesome things. They're just great. You guys are going to love them. So I see them there and I'm thinking, how many fourth graders are there in fourth grade? I don't want to leave anybody out. So this is where my knowledge that I already have come in. My knowledge that I already have comes in. And that is, I have 17 students. Yeah, why not? I'm going to say that every other fourth grade probably has about 17 students, but I can't say that to be sure. So I'm going to round this up. 17 rounded up is, we're going to round it to the nearest 10. Look at that 1. Look at the 7. Is this 5 or more or 4 or less? It's 5 or more, so it's going to make this one soar. So 17, I'm going to go with, is 20. So let's say that every classroom has about 20 students. I'm going to use what I already know and say that there are 4 classrooms. We have mine. We have Miss Sellen. We have Miss Ketchum. We have Mr. Weekamp. And I'm going to add those together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is? You got it. 0. 2 plus 2 is? 4. Plus 2 is? 6. Plus 2 is? 8. So I should be prepared to get 80 things, 80 of these gifts. That way, I don't get halfway through Mr. Weekamp's class and little Lulabelle is sitting there. He didn't get enough for me. That would be sad. So that's where rounding comes in, where you round up to make sure that you have enough to get you through. You don't want to run out. But I also shouldn't say that, well, I have 17 in my class, so I'm going to round to 100. And then I'm going to get 400 of these gifts. That'd be way too much. So using estimation, I think you guys do that all the time. You just don't really realize it. The reason that estimating is so important is because you don't always have the ability to have the exact knowledge. Just like in that one that I told you about. If you are bringing treats for a birthday party, you want to say that, well, we have about 17 in our class, so we're going to go, I'll make 20, just to be sure. Because what could happen? There's a whole bunch of stuff that could happen. Somebody could be gone, but don't bank on that, because that somebody could be here and then you'd be one short and they'd be sad. We could get a new student. We could get twins for a new student. I could, while you guys are at lunch, could sneak in and eat a couple of them. So you always want to have a few more than you think you're than the exact.